What's up everybody and welcome back to the YouTube channel. I want to talk today about DJing and streaming. Two things that basically are going hand in hand. If you're not already streaming music and DJing, you will be soon. This, I truly believe, is the future of music. If you think about it, CDs have phased out, records have phased out, tapes have phased out, MP3 is soon to phase out, and everything is probably going to come from the cloud. Now, I understand you can make the argument of you can't get this edit there and you need record pools. I agree with all that. I'm just saying in the near future, I genuinely believe that you're going to be streaming off some source and DJing on it. I'm not sure when this video is going to come out, but this happened just yesterday. Here I saw all over my feed the partnership between Apple Music and Serato. To be able to DJ on Serato and pull songs out of Apple Music is this new collaboration. Now, of course, this isn't brand new tech or anything. I've been using Beatsource for a long time to stream my songs. I really kind of prefer them because they do have edits and DJ intros on their songs. So if you haven't checked out Beatsource, check that out. Of course, Tidal has been around with Serato for a while as well, but now Apple Music, one of the biggest streaming probably services other than Spotify. Saquon, wouldn't you say they're probably second to Spotify? I'm not sure of the exact numbers, but it's an Apple product, and obviously you can imagine how big this collaboration is. But the main point of this video today is I just want to kind of show you how to use it. If you are a Serato user, I'm not going to go through it in all the other platforms on how to stream and DJ. I'm a Serato guy, so I'm going to show you today just what it looks like and how it looks when you stream from either Apple Music, Beatsource, or Tidal, how to get there, how to use it, how to search. All those things are going to be covered today in this video. What I'm going to do is go transfer over to my office. I'm going to grab my MacBook Pro that I use strictly for DJing, no email, no internet, and basically go into my Serato, make sure I've got Apple Music subscription or at least a trial. I know I've got a Beatsource subscription. I'm not going to buy a Tidal subscription, but it's going to be very much the same process, and then show you how to stream music, search for it, and all the other things that are in this kind of future tech, I would say, because I promise you it is coming. You need to get ready for it. You need to start to embrace it. You need to start to use it. All right, let's go take a look inside my MacBook. All right, so I recorded that intro a couple of days ago. Now I'm in the office just after lunch on a Saturday. Got on the Bunn DJCompany polo here, just making a couple of videos for y'all. Super excited about this Apple Music and Serato integration. So just kind of want to walk through it really just in real time and show y'all how I think you do it. So basically the first thing I'll do is obviously open Apple Music down on my desktop. It's a white music note on a red tile. And if you just kind of search around, it usually says either a 1 month or a 3 month free trial. Sometimes it's under account, sometimes it's when you click on an album, but it's going to ask for your login. Use the same one you usually use with Apple. I'm going to take advantage of this 3 month free trial. Then I've already written down on a post-it note to cancel it on June 28th if I'm not using it. So I'll add this to my iCalendar. But for now, I'm going to take this subscription. Let's see, looks like it went through. Get fewer emails by turning off renewal receipts. I like the renewal emails, yeah, because if I don't want this, I don't want to keep spending money on it. All right, so I'm in now, and I've got an account, and let's open Serato now. All right, so I'm going to go down to my dock. This is my backup laptop, but I think it should work just fine. I may have an old version of Serato that I need to update, but should be fine. Okay, so here we are. We've got Serato opened up on my backup laptop, and I started down this path a second ago, and then I realized that I had an old version of Serato. So you're definitely going to want to look at the settings, and then down here in the lower left, you have to have 3.3.0 or higher whenever you're watching this. If you don't, I don't think it's going to work out for you. All right, so while we're in the settings, I think that's where we need to be anyway in order to get Apple Music going. So let's click over to the library and display tab, and sure enough, now that I've updated to 3.3.0, I can see Apple Music. So to get there, all I did was go to music streaming, show streaming services. Now I'm going to click on Apple Music, and then I'm going to click on sign up or log in. So I guess I could have actually signed up here. I'm going to put in my email and hit continue, and then my password and hit continue. And it says, access request. Serato DJ Pro would like to access Apple Music, media library, and listening activity. I'm cool, continue. Then you get a pop-up saying open Serato DJ Pro. I'm gonna click, yep, it was already open actually. How to use Apple Music with Serato DJ Pro. Search the library, creating a playlist, discover songs, and I say got it, get to mixing. And then if you look, I'm gonna move myself over here. Over here now in Serato, along with my various crates, and again, this is a little bit out of date because this is my backup computer, but you've got the Apple Music icon. Again, it's a red tile with a little white music note on it, and then it breaks it down to home, top charts, albums, playlists, songs recently added, recently played. Let's go to home, and it looks like Christian rock, Christian pop. Interesting. Anyway, top charts, Apple Music Top 100. And let's just grab Billie Eilish, drag it up in here. It's going to take a second to load because new Drake, Nokia.
Who's calling that shit? Who's calling that shit?
I mean, if anything, it takes maybe an eighth of a second longer to load it. And I'm assuming if you load it once, it probably takes even less time. I mean, you know, they've made this super simple, guys. I mean, the integration is here. Like I said, this is the future. MP3s are definitely going to eventually go away. All the record pools are eventually going to convert to pulling the stuff out of the cloud. They have to. They have to. Think about it. Who else in the world other than DJs cares about MP3s? And the quality's not even that good anyway. So we know that it works. Let's try something else. Can you create a playlist with Apple Music songs? Ariana Grande. Let's go to all, search Ariana Grande. Let's grab one of these ones you can see with the little icon that comes from Apple Music. Can you drag that to a crate? Yes, you can. No, you can't. So you cannot grab something from Apple Music and try and bring it over to a crate. Let's see, let's try Supernatural, drag it to a crate. Streaming tracks cannot be added to crates. Create a playlist to collect streaming tracks. Okay, so let's go back to Apple Music and we'll go to new playlist, pop stuff. And we'll go create. All right, so as you saw, I did have to do some sort of merge cloud authorization, and now it looks like it's picking up my playlists and putting them over there on the left. And then I created one called Pop Stuff and just started adding some of these suggested songs, just kind of clicking on stuff, adding it. I did go and close down Serato though, so let's now open Serato back up and see if my playlists, now that it's done this merge cloud thing, are showing up. So here's Serato back open. Yep. And whereas before you couldn't see my playlist, boom, now you can. There's Alex and Marty Ceremony. There's that Pop Bangers Current. There's the pop stuff that we just made. Again, grab a song, drag it up there.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
So what have we learned? You can't take a song that's on Apple Music and drag it into a crate. Let's see. Because you can't take some out of the cloud and add it to a Serato crate. Simple. Okay, so what do? Is you minimize that and you go back to your Apple Music. Basically, make yourself some playlists, which then become crates when you open Serato under playlists on the drop down, under the drop down for Apple Music. So pretty simple, honestly. I mean, quick load time. Man, I mean, this, if you can't see that this is the future of DJing, then you haven't been doing it for very long. I mean, I know a lot of people right now are currently using Tidal or other sources. I mean, let's go back to the menu. I mean, let's just look at whatever sources are. You click on library and display. So I could do Beatport. That's great if you're EDM or house DJ. Beatsource, I have a subscription to as well. One of my favorite streaming sources because they actually have edits there with, DJ intros and outros. SoundCloud, if you're really, one of those people that goes deep looking for kind of the hidden tracks. And then even Tidal, which is a competitor to Spotify and to Apple Music. I have a feeling eventually Spotify is going to have to get back in the game here with this DJing thing, but I'm not certain that's true. But for now, the Apple Music integration works great. Builds you out some playlists there, so you got the ability to, stream. One last thing we will touch on and look at before I sign off on this video and go back to the outro is let's kill the internet up here in the upper right. And it says down at the bottom, streaming server could not be reached. And so even if I go to playlists, they are all grayed out. Whereas if I go back to settings, and I'm going to show you guys why I love Beatsource. It says currently loaded streaming tracks will be ejected. That's fine. I'm switching over to Beatsource now. I want to log into Beatsource. Oops, I got to turn the internet back on for a second just to log in. So I'm going to log in now to Beatsource and open Serato again. And I'm going to go back to the library. And let me go back to the library now in place of the Apple Music thing. And so far, it looks like Serato has not figured out how to have multiple streamers open. So that's a little bit of a problem. But here's Beatsource. So here's the reason why Beatsource is superior right now to me. I just took a few songs and just moved them into this Beatsource offline library. Now you can see everything is white right now, which means you can play it. Takes a second to load. Again, it takes a second to load. All right, so I'm gonna grab a few more and put them in here, put it in here, put it in here, put it in here. All right, so I click on that. Now again, I'm gonna go back to the top. I'm gonna turn off the Wi-Fi again, and then look what happens. So all the playlists are what? Gray, but anything in that offline library, check this out. Grab it, drag it. Baby, happy birthday. So what do you know? I think, that is superior. I think, like I said, it holds 1,000 songs. So you could have some, you ain't going to play 1,000 songs in a night. So put your 1,000 favorite songs or the 1,000 bangers of all time there if you ever lose internet. And I don't know if you can see that in the recording or not, but it is definitely off right now. I'll turn it back on and you'll see everything come back in just a second. Boom. Take a second to load. So there you have it. Streaming, Apple Music, streaming, Beatsource, right to Serato DJ Pro, and wrap your head around it. It is the future of DJing. So I hope that helps to get you going with this. Would I rely on this completely as my library? No, I'm not there yet, but it's great to have a couple of streaming sources. Never know when they're going to help you out and be able to find a song that you possibly don't have and don't really want to pay $1.29 for. I think it's a good source. Am I going to play somebody's first dance off of it right now? Probably not. Anyway, there's my 2 cents on it. So that is a look inside my personal DJ computer and how I am going to use either Apple Music or Beatsource or Tidal to stream music when I need it. Again, yes, I am still using MP3s for 99.9% of the songs that I play during a show. But you can see the value of being able to pull any song out of the cloud, especially if a VIP, father of the bride, mother of the bride, father of the groom, best man, matron of honor, somebody comes up and asks for a song out of left field and you don't want to download it or you don't want to pay $1.29, if you can grab it off one of these streaming sites real quick, boom, load it and play it within 30 seconds. That is a beautiful thing. So in the comments, I'm curious, are you streaming DJing? How much are your set? 50%, 100%, 10%? Let me know down below if you're streaming while DJing, because you know I read all of the comments. I love to respond to them. Make sure you're subscribed to this channel. Give it a big old thumbs up as well. And we drop new videos every single week on this channel. We're on the road to 18,000 subscribers. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you back next week.